We welcome you to Patriot Place and a look inside Gillette Stadium here in Foxborough, Massachusetts. So good to have you with us. Mike Tirico and Greg Olson with you. We've got a couple of teams, Greg, that can make it happen with the defensive front. That's going to be a huge focus on this game.
With the importance of the passing game in today's NFL, Mike, you know how great it is to be able to disrupt that timing and throw off the quarterback's rhythm. And no better way to do that than by being able to get after him, especially with your defensive line. You don't have to blitz. You don't have to bring a fifth rusher. Keep that secondary intact. If this defensive line can cause havoc in the pocket for this quarterback, it's going to go a long way towards slowing down what's been a very good offense.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10.
Here we go, hey. 390%. Cover. 13X. So what's up?
Throwing from the start. Here's Smith. Fires quickly. It is complete on the slant. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield. A gain of 14. Good for a quick first down.
And this is what you can do when you have one of the best receivers in the game. You understand that even if the coverage is not perfect for the play call, sometimes it's just as simple as my guy is better than your guy, and we're going to just keep giving him a chance.
Here we go. 53. So what's up?
They'll run. It's Darren McFadden. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
The key to great defensive line play is the get-off. When that ball moves, how fast can you get off the ball and get into the backfield? That's exactly what we saw here. Quick read, react, get off the block, take him down for a loss.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11.
390%.
From the shotgun, Smith. Quick throw, taken in, and he'll get about 7. Still short of that first down, and they'll try to convert it on 3rd down.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules, and the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to, what they call, punch and pivot and stop.
And he'll be taken down. They got him back at the 50-yard line.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sit and duck for this pass rush.
What a call on this opening drive. They're going to go for it on 4th down.
13, 390%.
Gino going to throw for it. That's going to be caught. He's going to be out of bounds inside the 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 12 as they wind up converting on 4th down.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. And think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often, so that might be his first target. And I don't think it's going to be his last.
Little short pass here, caught by his tight end.
Nice job here by the defense. Did a good job just covering up everything for the most part, so once this ball was caught, really didn't have much of a choice but to just head out of bounds and pick up a modest gain.
From the 35, here's 2nd down and 6.
There we go, Sonoma.
They'll run. It's McFadden. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
The best linebackers at this level, Mike, they have all the physical attributes. That's a given. but it's really their instincts. It's their ability to dissect and predetermine where the ball is going before the ball is even snapped. And you could see with how fast he met the back at the point of attack, he knew exactly what play was coming.
13 next, 13 next.
On third down, they'll set up to throw. Moving to his right. Shaheed with the catch. And he's going to have the first down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on third down.
This has been a really impressive drive, Mike, really from the start. And this is something defenses want to force offenses to do. Methodically work their way down the field. But they've been highly efficient, and now they get another first down.
So they come to the line for first down and 10. Here's Christian McCaffrey to get things started. This defense all over this when they get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up second.
It's the Saints with the football here as quarter 2 begins. They've got it second down and 12 to go.
Here we go, here we go.
On the ground, it's McFadden. And he'll be very close to a first down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot.
Well, this is something we don't see every day, Mike. A team playing with a traditional I formation fullback. It's kind of a lost art in today's modern game, but in this case, highly effective. Great job by the fullback clearing out the path for his running back, and they're able to pick up the first down.
From the gun on third down, Smith. Open man, right side. He's got it. And the Saints are going to have a first and goal coming up. They find a way to convert on 3rd and 1.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now this defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense out of the end zone because it's 1st and goal.
This opening drive, it has been a work of art. Now, can they put the finishing touches on? It's 1st and goal. Play action now. It's Gino. 2 minutes remain in a scoreless first half. We're back to Foxborough after this. All the way back at the 14 now. 2nd down and goal. From the shotgun, it's Smith. That's in the end zone and intercepted. It's the veteran safety, Kevin Byard. And he's going to take this back all the way. Touchdown, Patriots. What a spectacular take back for the score. You can stay in your own end zone and just take the touchback. Better yet, go the other way and get the touchdown.
And just a great heads-up play there, Mike, not only to secure the ball in the end zone, but then to recognize he had an alley. He's able to outrun the rest of those guys, and now he finds himself taking it all the way back for 6.
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. And he will sit on it here in the end zone for a touchback.
They're on 35-yard line.
It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Here's McFadden. And a pickup of 3 or maybe 4. Robert Spillane spills him there.
At the 39-yard line. A gain of 4
Here comes McFadden. And he is not going to get away. Might have gotten a yard, but it will set up third down.
Brings up third and
On play. The blitz overwhelms the offensive line, and down he goes.
These pass rushers, they love these situations where they can just pin their ears back and go after the quarterback. They knew they had a chance to put an end to this drive, and they didn't let it go to waste.
No movement from the punt team. They'll line up to go for it on fourth down. They'll go. Smith. A quick throw. That's complete on the slant. And this is going to backfire in a big way.
You're getting a look at the most famous building in Foxborough. Opened in 2002, it's Gillette Stadium. Hello all, Kate Scott up here in the booth. And joining me as always, my partner, Brock Heward. All right, Brock, everyone hoping we see a competitive contest here. And both teams feel they can provide that.
Yeah, this should be a good one. I mean, you just stack these two teams up. We've all done our homework. They've done a lot more practice time and film watching and everything else. But by all accounts, the numbers will tell you, the talent will tell you, we're going to have a competitive chess match, and I can't wait to watch it.
Now from the home of the 49ers, Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara, this is EA Sports coverage of the National Football League. So good to have you with us. Mike Tirico, Greg Olsen, we're getting set for kickoff, and here, partner, I'm really focused on the start of this game. Both teams emphasize what happens here right at the jump.
And that's why that so many of these teams spend so much time all week, Mike, on what they call their opening script. It's not just a series of plays that they like and they just kind of throw darts at the wall. It's how do you unmask the defense? How do you set up future plays and future possessions as the game unfolds? So much time and energy is spent on these first couple drives. I'm with you. I'm excited to see how do they come out, how aggressive, and where do they think the weaknesses of their opponent lie.
Here we go. 18 Cardinals.
They'll try to get the running game going. His first carry, and that play gets nothing. So, no gain on the game's first snap.
No gain on the play.
His defense wanted to come out early in this game and take the fight to the offense, and boy, did they ever set the tone on the very first play, keeping that carry to no gain.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10.
18, fight. Let's go now. Trick the Eagles.
Throwing now from the gun.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. Little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good gain.
They'll try to get this one on the ground.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment, and keeps this to a modest gain at best.
That is incomplete. Oh, they elected to throw on 4th and short. It does not work out. They turn it over on down. Here's a first carry for their running back. And he's able to push his way forward. A gain of about 2. It'll be 2nd down.
So these, Mike, are the body blow runs. They're not big gains. They're nothing fancy. But they really set that physical tone for the rest of the game, where now a good play caller can use some of these early runs to set up something a little bit bigger down the road.
From the 41, here's 2nd and 8. Now they'll set up to throw. That's caught over the middle by Johnson. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
A gain of 15. First down, Patriots.
He'll drop to throw. He'll go right and find his running back. And he'll get about 8 on that one. Most of it coming after the catch. It's 2nd down. Working from the shotgun, he'll hand this one off. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more. Now, on 3rd and 2, they'll try and throw for it. And he will win the race to the pylon. He's in. Hunter Henry. Touchdown, New England.
Like we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. 2 guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
This taken in at the goal line. They'll get across the 20, mark them down at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Come on.
They'll begin with a zone read. And he'll be met in the backfield and dropped behind the line of scrimmage.
You know, Mike, it's funny, when you're facing these really elite defensive linemen, sometimes it's easier to make them the read guy rather than actually try to block them. Unfortunately, they're elite for a reason, and sometimes they're still able to make the play like we saw here.
Checking it down, this one is caught. They're going to get this all the way close to the 40-yard line.
It's a gain of 20. That's good for the Saints. First down.
On 1st and 10, they'll set up to throw. He's got his running back downfield, and it's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds down at the 30. Set to go now on 1st and 10.
First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
He'll look to throw. That is caught. What a throw. Chris Godwin. Touchdown, Saints.
All week we're going to see this play be run over and over as a highlight of the quarterback and the receiver, but like the part that people don't give enough credit to. In order to get a downfield shot, you have to have time, and what a great job by the offensive line, allowing the quarterback to be comfortable enough in the pocket, let those deeper routes develop, be on time and accurate with the ball, and that's why this play is going to be a highlight all week. Let's give the big guys up front some credit.
So back to level after the touchdown. Time for the kickoff.
The Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Now, faking the give. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him. DeMarcus Ware in there to drop him. Loss of 5 to start the drive. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. So we are through one here on Sunday Night Primetime. Pair of 7s on the scoreboard. And we're back in the Bay Area after this. Time for the 2nd quarter. Patriots with the football. And they are facing a 2nd and long. They'll look to throw. I had a defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a 3rd down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
Throwing now on 3rd and long.
The defensive coaches, they preach all week, Mike. They have to have relentless pursuit of this quarterback when he tries to extend the play. So often it results in a great play for the offense and a big pickup. This time, because of that pursuit, it leads to a big loss.
The punter remains on the sideline. They're going to line up and go for it on 4th down. They do indeed snap it as they'll try and throw. And he's going to be taken down. What a call. Going for it this deep in your own territory. And it doesn't work out as planned. They turn it over on down. Saints going to use their 2nd timeout. And they'll get a chance to catch their breath over on the sideline. Wow, just like that, things change dramatically. It's 1st and goal. Here's a run. Down to the 4, it'll be 2nd and goal.
Down at the 4-yard line. A pickup of 2.
On the
Brings up
jump.
2nd and goal.
Let's go. 60 Vikings, 70 Rangers, 70 Rangers. 19 Lions. Cup 19, Cup 19. Ready,
Back to throw. To the goal line and in. Touchdown, New Orleans. Lutz for the extra point. He gets it to go, and the Saints will move out to a 14-7 lead. So now after the touchdown, Lutz going to send this one away. On the return, it's Robinson. He's across the 20 to the 21. That's where the drive will begin.
At their own 21-yard line.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That's caught by Smith on the right side. And he's going to get this to the 37-yard line.
It's a gain of 17 yards. And a Patriot first down.
On the ground, it's the tight end. And he'll get about 3 on that one. It'll be second down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up second and 7.
Let's go now. Back to 60. 19 Lions.
Out of the gun, he'll throw. He's going to look for the home run ball. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35. A pickup there of 28 yards.
First down. New England.
First and 10.
Let's go.
Here's a run with their tight end. And he maneuvers his way forward. A gain of 6. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming.
A 7-yard pickup. Brings up second and 3.
That's made there. That's Smith. And they'll pick up the first down. A gain of about 4.
A gain of 5. First down, Patriots.
Out of the gun, here's a run at the gut. And some space opens as he's brought down, following a gain of 6. Second down, they need 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up second and 3.
Escaping to his left. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing. He's going to be out of bounds, but he's got the first down, and they are going to set up from the 7-yard line. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very stout there. That's going to bring up second down.
He's got to find a way to hold on to that one. I mean, you're right on the doorstep of the end zone. And listen, I understand that hit is coming. But guess what? That hit's coming whether you catch it or not. And you get paid to make the difficult catches. And I would classify that one as tough, but you got to make that catch. Give your team a chance to come away with this drive with some points.
He's got it at the 3. And he'll take it on in. Touchdown, Patriots.
You know, we spent so much time talking about the heroics of a game-winning drive to end in the fourth quarter in 2-minute mode. Now let's talk about a 2-minute mode, Mike, at the end of the first half. It might not be in walk-off fashion, but I'll tell you what, executing that here, going into halftime, changes this entire game. But I think all of us can remember exactly where we were during a certain Super Bowl where throwing the ball this close to the goal line ended up being a disaster. But unlike that time, they ran this pass play to perfection, and the result, 2 points.
Yeah, really with the, I should probably sign a hit, boy, because I got all the hits, boy. All that drink you got to chill. I be on my little mouse drip.
19 Lions. 10. Bronco 80.
Now the Patriots going to use their first timeout, and they'll get a chance to catch their breath over on the sideline.
Bobcats, 6-18, Pioneers, 2, 79 Broncos, Cougar 19, Mustang 19. Ready.
Right away, they'll set up to throw. He's going to let this one go deep. That's going to wind up incomplete. Not much time remaining. Time for one more snap here in this first half.
He was covered by Kevin.
I'm not going to sit here, Mike, and throw the guy a parade for ultimately what was an incompletion, but can we just take a second to appreciate the arm strength he was able to show there? I mean, I think that ball's over 60 yards in the air, and I would be surprised if they continue to just air it out and see if they can complete one of those.
Putting the tight end in motion. Back to the air once more on second down. Oh, and he's going to go down. He could not get rid of it. And that's going to bring an end to this first half. Now, this is a surprise. Right out of the locker room, they'll try the onside kick. The kickoff unit is out there, and they'll send this one away.
Pretty bold call right there, but what you're looking for out of the locker room is just a spark of some sort. They thought they could get it on their special teams. They don't. Now they put their defense in a tough spot, trying to not allow them to extend this lead.
Third quarter begins with a run. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that.
43-yard line. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
A quick throw here on the RPO. It's caught by Johnson. And he's out of bounds down inside the 35. Pickup of 11 yards on that one. Good for a Patriots first down. They'll turn and hand this one off. Yeah. And he'll get about 6 out of that one before being forced out of bounds.
At the 25-yard line. A 7-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 3.
From the 25, here's 2nd and 3. On the bootleg, he'll look to throw. He'll get rid of it and complete it. Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line. Second time they've hooked up on this drive. This one good for 12 and a first down. A handoff as they try to run it here. And he will get into the end zone. Marshawn Lynch. Touchdown, New England.
That's a heck of a run right there, and I can't tell you, Mike, how many running backs coaches I've heard over the years say, your responsibility with the ball is to make the first guy miss. We can't block everybody on the field. That's the role of a good running back, and you see it here. All it takes is one missed tackle to get this guy in space, and he's able to do the rest with his legs and take it all the way.
And no return here. This is a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Let's go now. 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
Here's a zone read to start the drive. He's able to get away from one man, but the reinforcements were there fast. He's taken down for a loss on the play.
19 tight.
Brings up 2nd and
60
12.
Maverick, 60
At
Maverick.
the 33-yard line.
Ready.
Oh, in trouble, and down he goes. Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long.
3rd and 15.
Now the Patriots are going to use their first timeout. Talk things over before 3rd down.
Ready. Viking 18. Ready.
He'll throw it left and has his running back. And they're going to have this all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
Gain of 43 yards. And the Saints, first down. First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
They'll look to throw here on first down. No chance to get away. He's going to be knocked out of bounds right at the line of scrimmage.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where.
In trouble, and down he goes. So backed up after the sack, and now it's third and long. And deep for the back of the end zone. That is going to be hauled in. He's got it. Touchdown Saints. His second catch of the game. And both have gone for touchdowns. And even though it's just the third quarter, they'll try to draw even right here and go for two.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Cup 19, Cup 19, 18 Rattler, 18 Rattler. 18 Pioneer.
A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw to the end zone. It's intercepted. It's the veteran safety, Kevin Byers.
That decision to go for two was made up from the very beginning. The moment they scored, you could see the head coach. He's signaling, we're going for two. The touchdown was obviously a disappointing outcome defensively, but to able to get that stop, they can at least come off the field and catch their breath.
First and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Back to throw here to begin the drive. That's complete to Smith. And he's going to be out of bounds just beyond midfield. 19 yards right away to kick off this drive. To the air now on first and 10. Pushed out to his left. What teamwork, the receiver coming back for the completion. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of play. So we are through three. This is Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Now they'll set up to throw. He completes it to Marshall. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
Bit of a quick hitter here. What you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. They knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
From the 23, here's second and 6. From the shotgun, it's a give up the middle. He'll manage only about 3, so it will bring up third down.
A gain of 4. And it's third down.
Throwing now from the gun. This one into the hands of Marshall. And it looks like he's going to have a first down. Nothing fancy there. Short completion, but it yields a fresh set of downs. So 2 minutes left to play.
Super Bowl win.
Greg and I back.
This is about to be Super Bowl with number 18.
Ball down to the 16.
About to be Super Bowl number 18.
First and 10. Now give on the ground. Good physical run. It'll wind up as a gain of 5.
Damn loudly crying face, loudly crying face.
They'll drop to throw. Now he takes off. To the pylon, he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Now an important extra point here to maybe salt this one away. And that is no good.
Well, of course, I missed the dang field goal.
Leaves the door open as this remains.
Cowboys got downs. I was sick.
Kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it.
Yeah. They pick up some more good pieces, though.
And there'll be no return forthcoming, so the ball comes out to the 35.
At their own 35-yard line.
How many hands I gotta take to level my aesthetics? Hurry up and get your muscle up. We got the plyometric. Ran up by the Lux Mesa up the highest metric.
Here is first and 10.
Come back, let's go. Back all 80. Check, smash.
We got a freak athlete in the 7th round.
There you on that.
He'll drop the throw. Gets it away quickly, and it's
all right.
And he's going to be out of bounds just beyond midfield. Just his first catch. They have held him in check so far, but that one gives him a first down. Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts left. It's first and 10.
Nice. 18 Cardinal. 18 Cardinal. Hey.
He'll look to throw.
Initially, they do a really nice job taking away his first and second read, but what they failed to do is account for him as a runner. He ends up making something.
I'm really enjoying the iPad.
Initially, didn't look like it had much of a chance.
There you on that.
7 Pirates. 7 Pirates.
Exiting the pocket right. There he goes again. And he's going to get out of bounds.
Let's get it.
Double as good there. They get the first down and save a timeout.
Let's go now. Ready.
Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up second down.
All right, so this is why you get paid the big bucks. These are the possessions as a quarterback you need to deliver for your team. Everybody talks about 2 minutes. Everybody drills it every single week. But when it comes down to this moment in the game, your quarterback needs to be on.
Do that shit, man. Stop playing with me, man. This how my MUT team looks so far, though. Ah, shit, no. Ah, shoot, dang, I can't get running gun. Don't even get dots. Could do that one, but I don't run the quarterback like that. I don't trust it. I'll keep what I got.
Halfway between Boston and Providence, it's the home of the Patriots, Gillette Stadium in Foxborough. Thanks for having us in, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson up here in the booth. Greg, we've looked at this matchup, talked about the offenses, the defenses. Feels like a tight one, and usually what does that mean? Special teams could be a big factor in who gets out of here with the double.
Each week when we come into these games, Mike, we probably do a disservice to just the importance of how much special teams plays a factor in deciding the outcome of these games. And you're exactly right. When teams find themselves very similar on offense, very similar on defense, all the metrics, all the stats, can you find an advantage, even the slightest one, in the kicking game, the return game, generate a turnover or a big kick return? Sometimes that little slight advantage is all you need to tip the scales in your favor.
The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. And he'll He'll take it for 4 yards on the game's first play.
The tackle by Christian Gonzalez. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 25-yard line.
So, from the 25, it's 2nd and 5. They'll stick with him again. They converge on him quickly. They'll only get a couple. It was Kevin Byard that time to make the play.
Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
Open man is Hopkins. And he's going to pick up the first down. He knew where that marker was and made sure he got beyond it.
1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Now a give up the middle, and he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5.
He's brought down at the 37-yard line. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
So, from the 37, here's 2nd and 4.
Let's go now.
I need Mackay Lemon.
Very young up.
45-yard line. 18 yards on the pickup there. First down, Baltimore.
A gain of 18 on the play. First down, Ravens.
Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up 2nd down. Handoff here, up the middle. Only a couple on that one. It'll set up 3rd down.
At the 43-yard line. A 2-yard pickup makes it 3rd and 8.
They'll look to throw.
Ooh.
On 3rd down.
We're starting to see this on 3rd down, Mike, where they're going to rely on the run after catch to pick up these 3rd down conversions. You know what that depends on? You have to actually complete the ball, and in this case, it falls incomplete, brings up 4th down.
What a call on this opening drive. They're going to go for it on 4th down.
That's me. That was me. That was me.
It's a gain of 17.
The defender has to do a better job here, Mike, of getting depth. He wants to elevate that ball to give his secondary defender a chance to make a play. He gets too much width, not enough depth, and a quarterback like this is going to take advantage. Well, this play, Mike, was clearly about the job of this defensive line. Great job holding their ground, forcing these blockers to be stood up. Nowhere to go for this running back, and they hold him to no gain.
And he'll get maybe about 4 yards out of that one. Playing close quickly. Here comes 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
Back to throw.
I'm like, man, knock the ball out. Knock the ball out.
And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the first down marker. On now is Andres Borregales for the field goal try.
A 36-yard attempt.
That one is good. And the Ravens will take a 3-0 lead.
A lot of times as an offensive player, you come off the field, you're not thrilled to end a drive like this with a field goal. But I think in this case, you can label it a success. You were able to operate your offense. You were able to quiet this crowd just a little bit and come away with an early lead.
First and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10. He'll try to get the running game going. His first carry. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe he gets a yard out of that one. It's second down. Now he'll run it. So just a lone field goal in the first quarter of play. It's the Ravens out front. And we're back to Foxborough in a moment. Time for the second quarter. Patriots with the football as they've got it with 1st and 10. Flush to his right. Trying to make a play out of the pocket. Couldn't do it. It's intercepted. That's the Hall of Famer, Darrell Revis.
Well, with this guy might lose a little bit, Mike, as he gets long in the tooth. He certainly makes up for it in experience. You're not going to be able to do a lot of things to trick him on the back end. He reads this play right from the jump. Makes a great break on the ball.
First pick of the game.
His hands, more times than not. It's going to be a takeaway.
It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10. They'll stay on the ground. This time the sledding becomes a little more difficult. They're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
So often when it comes to safeties, Mike, we talk about their speed and their range. But for him to be able to come up and make a tackle and be physical at the point of attack and keep this ball carrier to no gain, that's pretty impressive.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. They'll look to set up.
Dang ball, yep.
The ball comes free. One of the Patriots has it. And he is going to bring this one back. It is a fumble recovery for a defensive touchdown. A try here for the extra point. Contact up front. Did they get one of the defenders to jump? So, after the fumble return, they'll bring the offense out and go for 2. And this is caught. So an 8-point swing. What a turn here. The fumble return for touchdown, and they tack on 2 more for good measure. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This one taken at the 10. Now an opening past the 30. Terrific return. He's taken down just shy of midfield. They go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10.
Like, come on, boy. Like, Madden 27, they took away that speed boost, man.
2 minutes to go here till halftime. We're back to Foxborough after this. Second and 10.
Nope.
That one incomplete. Good job, textbook there, separating the man from the ball, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. That's complete. He got it to Hopkins. They get 12 yards on that pass. Good for a Ravens 1st down.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
He'll push forward for about a yard. Eric Stokes, the corner, there on the stop. Second down, 8 yards to go. Out of the gun, he'll throw. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, and it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete. DeAndre Hopkins was the intended target for that one. Now it's going to be third down. That's out to the flat, and it's complete. And he will not quite get to the marker. Good job there defensively, and now decision time. What are you going to do on fourth down?
When you're willing to throw the ball short of the sticks on third down, you know what that tells me, Mike? The decision to go for it on fourth down has already been made. If you're able to pick it up with yards after the catch, great. But if not, it's a fourth and short, and you give yourself a realistic shot of converting on this fourth down.
It's a gain of 10 as they get the conversion on fourth down.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get them the ball, pick up the first down.
Now the Ravens use their first timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining here in half number one. Going back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. He'll take this for a couple, but the official signal, he has enough. First down. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away, and that'll set up second down.
All right, so the ball falls incomplete, but I think what it does now, Mike, is it allows you to stop the clock, get in the huddle, take a deep breath, and now your play caller has to give you the best play. Go get points here before the half and try to build something going into halftime. So as halftime looms, Mike, they have to find a way to capitalize on this drive right here and make sure they end the half with some sort of points. Now, that incompletion, not ideal, but at the very least it stops the clock. Catch your breath, get back in the huddle, and this next play, it's got to be a gotta-have-it best play call. So often the best pass defense is a good pass rush, and that's exactly what we saw here. The pass rush disrupted this play from the very start. The quarterback has all of his attention on the rushers rather than his receivers downfield. All he can manage to do is get back to the original line of scrimmage.
He'll bang that one through. It's good. And the Ravens will cut the deficit down to 2.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he'll let it go deep for Johnson. That ball broken up. It is incomplete. They tried the shot on first down. Couldn't connect. It'll bring up second down. And the back judge throws the flag. He looks at the ball, looks at the clock. Clock says 0. That's a delay of game. Rolling to the left. He bought all the time he could, but he's going to be taken down as he couldn't get a throw away. Now, timeout signal for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds until the break. Not fun here. Third and a lot. And he'll let it go deep for Johnson. That's going to wind up incomplete. Not much time remaining. Time for one more snap here in this first half. The punter remains on the sideline. They're going to line up and go for it on fourth down. Now he'll work his way out right. He's going to try it here again. And he's out of bounds, but they take it to the red zone. Inside the 20. First half played out a bit as we expected. We'll see if there's a surprise coming up. Both teams set to go, and the second half is underway. And he'll bring it out to the 22-yard line. That's where the offense will take the field.
At their own 22-yard line.
Here's a run to begin this third quarter. And he'll get forward for a couple. It's second down. Up the middle they go. And some good blocking at the point of attack. A pickup of 7, and it brings up third down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up third and
on play action, he'll set up to throw. Now he'll air one out. That's caught. And he's down inside the 40-yard line.
It's a gain of 32.
First and 10 now from the 36.
Patriots, first down. First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Now a run. And he's able to push through the tacklers to pick up 6. Ball on the 30 now. Here's second and 4.
Second and 4.
Throw on the run is complete. Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line.
That's good for our Patriots. First down. First and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Now a run on first down. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
A gain of a yard. Brings up second and 9.
Here's second and 9. They'll throw out of the gun. Forced to his right. He's going to tuck it and go. And he will win the race to the pylon. He's in. Touchdown, New England. The defense comes up with the coverage, but they cannot keep up with the speed as the quarterback scrambles to the end zone for the touchdown.
And down here in the red zone, Mike, is where I think a quarterback's legs could be the most dangerous. The defenders are trying to match backs, match tight ends and receivers, but often it's the quarterback that has no one assigned to him, and in this case, he's able to capitalize and run it in himself.
He's going to like not to bring this one out. Probably a wise decision as this ball comes out to the 35. They'll begin here on the ground. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
Throwing off his back foot, and it's taken in.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up third and 5.
Here now, third and 5. That's going to be intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
I think anytime you find yourself trailing in the second half, Mike, all offensive play callers fight the urge to chase those points. They tend to get a little bit overeager. They tend to push the envelope sometimes a little too far. those turnovers, they only make the deficit grow, not shrink. Now, there is a lot of football left, Mike. They can still get back into this. They just have to be a little bit...
And he's in! Marshawn Lynch. Touchdown, Patriots. Big play out of the running game as the back accelerates all the way to the house for the rushing touchdown.
And, Mike, when we talk about burst, that's what we're talking about. And they told us all week, be ready for this guy. He's got something special to him. And that long touchdown there is exactly what they're talking about.
The decision is made. The offense will stay out there and go for two. That is knocked away. It's incomplete. Good job by the defense. The drive for two is unsuccessful. The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. This is taken in at the goal line. Good job in coverage. They're going to get him down short of the 20-yard line. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. In trouble, and he's going to be taken down. Raymond Jones in there to drop him, and that's going to be a loss of 9 to open this drive. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Now, faking the give. Flush to his right. He's going to put it up, take a shot for Hopkins. And he's going to be brought down. What a turn of events here. He has given his guys 1st and 10 in the red zone.
The Patriots take over 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Back to throw here to begin the drive. To the end zone, where it's incomplete. What a job in coverage, muscling that one free. It'll be 2nd down now. The shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. That's going to be intercepted in the end zone.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's position. Being able to get himself to a spot, to get his hands on the ball, and a chance at that pick. Mike, when that ball was thrown, me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown. And instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
Right away, they'll set up to throw. And that'll be incomplete. What turns out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. So, 3 quarters now in the books. This is Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Now they'll set up to throw. Thrown into a sea of bodies, but it's complete. And they're going to mark him down up past the 35. So, from the 36, it is 1st and 10.
A gain of 16 yards. 1st down, Ravens.
He's going to take a shot down the field. And that is incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, like, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
This crowd into it now. It's 3rd and 2. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. And it looks like he's going to have the 1st down. Nothing fancy there. Short completion, but it yields a fresh set of downs. So time becoming a factor. Down 2 scores. They do have 2 timeouts and the 2-minute warning to work with, though. Back to the air one more time. That is incomplete. No way to force the football in there. Good coverage. It'll bring up 2nd down.
So this is where it gets really challenging as an offense. You find yourself trailing late in the game. The defense can play you one-dimensional. They know it's a pass-first situation, so extra defensive backs, the zones and the coverage are a little bit tighter and cloudier, and he's having a hard time finding any open windows downfield. Sometimes it's those footsteps. I don't care how long you've been playing or at what level you've been playing at. When that defender's bearing down, you really get a good idea of what guys are willing to go through contact to secure a catch, and in this case, what guys are unwilling.
This one is taken in downfield. Big completion. And he's going to be taken down right at the 25-yard line. They'll come up for 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. He'll get this out to his running back. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
Great example of 1st down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly 2nd down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
They'll try to hit him with a screen. And they'll pick up the 1st down, a gain of about 4. Now a timeout here by Baltimore. That's going to be their 2nd. And a little chance to talk things over after picking up that 1st down.
A 5-yard gain on the play. And the Ravens 1st down.
They'll look to throw again.
And that's a big-time play. It felt like they really needed it, Mike. That was a drive where the offense seemed to be in complete control. Anytime on the defense where you find yourself on your heels, you're giving up big plays, you're giving up fresh set of downs, you need a spark. You need something to change the momentum of the drive, and we'll see if that was it right there.
3rd and 4.
They'll throw here on 3rd and short yardage. And he's in! Touchdown, Ravens. That is a heartbreaker for the defense. They took away what he wanted to do in the air, Greg, but that scrambling ability gets him to the end zone for the touchdown.
And the reason he was able to take advantage with his legs here, Mike, is he made a fast decision realizing there was nowhere to go with the ball. The amount of guys the defense had in coverage took those passes away. He tucked the ball down, took advantage of the space, and he was able to take it all the way.
So following the touchdown, Borregales is back to send this one away. And that one is through the back of the end zone. It is a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Their final timeout. Get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. Victory formation here as he's down to a knee.